Hey, what's going on, Solutionaries? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
Frelin Arts, the subprime hero.
And the one, the only, Owen Moon. There he is. Welcome.
What up, guys? Good to be here. Friday. Finally made it to Friday and another Fix Up Friday. So
Friday.
It is Friday, and it is Fixed Ops Friday. We're excited to have this show today. We've been having some really great episodes, folks. If you go back and watch some of the replays of some of the shows we've had before, we've had some great guests. We've had great speakers. We've had great ideas.
Solutions.
So many of them right now, and we have a very, very good show for you today. We have somebody that's not only going to bring you all those things we said, but the energy level. When Lou and I talk about caffeinated culture, this guy doesn't even need a cup of coffee to bring it, right? He just brings it with just natural ability. When I first met him at this dinner table, we were eating at Jeff Ruby's in Louisville, and I was sitting across from him, and he asked me a couple questions. I answered, and then he was just boom, right back with his level. I asked him and he went right back at it. The conversation was stellar. I mean, it's to this day, one of the best conversations I've had at any of these events was right there at that table with this guy right here. And I can't wait to introduce him and have some fun with him. Owen, what do you think about the gentleman we're about to bring up?
he probably doesn't know this, but he is like one of the guys that I respect the most in this industry.
Wow.
I met him at one of the Fix Ops roundtables. He's obviously been a very big participant of the Fixed Ops Roundtable, the entire fraternity that we have. And he definitely a guy that, I always say I'm a marketing guy. So when I jump on like the roundtables or some of these other Fixed Ops focus type of shows and things like that, I become a student. And whenever this gentleman is up, whether he's on a panel or he's speaking or he's being interviewed, my ears perk up. I'm like, hey, I want to hear what this guy has to say, because he's obviously doing some things really well, and he's well respected in the industry. And I think today is going to be great, because I think we get a lot of people from all different facets of the business that tune in with you guys, and obviously with us here at Fix Ops Friday. I think that he's going to be able to bring a whole different perspective to what we're to what we're trying to do with this type of environment. So
I agree with 100%. You. And he said something before the show that really blew my mind. I can't wait till we talk about it. I'm going to drop a little bit of a nugget. I'm going to just drop a couple bit of beans. But he talked about finance,
drip it out,
and Fixed Ops working together, folks.
Yeah.
We're going to get deeper into that here in a moment. So I want you all out there, you F&I people out there, listen to what we're getting ready to tell you. This can help your bottom line. This can help you with your products. This relationship between those two departments, they can really explode your business for both places. So please tune into this. This isn't just about Fixed Ops. This is about automotive growth. And we're going to bring you guys some insight that is going to bring some detail to you that I think will change your mind and perspective on how to do this. So I'm pumped, man.
I'm really pumped. So do what it is that we need you to do. All you solutionaries out there, car guys, car gals, solutionaries, Fixed Ops, finance, whatever it is that you do in this industry. If you can see this right now, or you're hearing about it right now, tag a car guy, tag a car gal,
tag
around.
Share it.
Okay, we have some important stuff that we're going to be brewing, some solutions, and some high energy that's going to energize you, get you excited, and I promise, get you smiling.
Yeah.
But we have an incredible. What's that?
That was new.
We don't even know. We don't even know what music to use, but we just want to go ahead and get this moving in the right direction. So help us welcome in the one, the only Tully Williams.
Yeah! Woo! Is it Fixed Ops Friday?
It is. Yes, sir.
Fixed Ops Friday. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Let's go. Heck,
what's up, Tully?
Super excited to be with my F&I bros. I'm telling you. Do you realize I share an office with a Fixed Ops bro?
What?
And he says, I'm telling you, he says, we work together like peas and carrots. I'm telling you guys, we are on it. We are getting people done, because why? We're truly in the what? Repeat and referral business, my friends. And what does F&I do for us? Keeps us in that business, to keep those people in that service drive. We're super excited, my friend. Super excited.
It is. One hand shakes the other there. That is a two-way street when it is done right. I'm telling you, he's so right. And I'm excited to talk about this today and tonight. You know what I'm saying? I keep the rhymes coming. I know how to have fun too, but I'm excited. Oh, and so we're, those things that he's just talking about there, you deal with Fixed Ops. You've been doing it for almost your whole career.
Hey, look at that guy.
You've been doing it for almost your whole career.
F&I guy making it happen every day.
What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy?
What up?
This guy just learned how to spell F&I.
Whoa, come on now. All right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. But Owen, you know, you've dealt with a lot of things in fixed ops, and what he's speaking here, I know that you can say holds true, right? I think that the relationship between the finance and the F&I department to the fixed ops department is crucial, because the products that can be sold in that department and how they are utilized in the other department really make a difference. Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, I think any collaboration right now in the dealership is important. Obviously, being a marketing firm and a marketing company, we really thrive on that. We love it when our clients are on, you know, strategy calls with us, performance calls, that type of thing. And even like before we start a relationship, and we have the fixed ops director and the digital marketing director on that call, because they have to collaborate. So, you know, that's just one example, but you're 100% right. Fix ops and F&I are so closely linked right now with retention and with, you know, trade and, you know, just, you know, equity positions and things like that. I think that the more that we can bring our departments together to collaborate, I think is going to create efficiencies and ultimately better results across the board for sure.
100%. And Tully.
So Tully, I got one question for you, sir.
There you go.
Before we get started, because everyone needs to know this. Is it Nielo? Is it Nielo?
Nilo. There you go. 100 years, my friend, in business last year.
Yeah, no, wow. I knew that. I just wanted to speak for everybody else, because I've heard it so many different ways, and I wanted to settle it once and for all. How do you say it? So
you got it.
But Lou, you know, we're getting into questions, but there's always something we got to start every show with.
We got to get it started off.
It's all about the hours. That's the answer.
No, I believe that it's all about the F-bombs that we drop. And as we have this Fixed Ops Friday talking about finance and fixed ops, we want to make sure that we do forgive, focus, and fly so that we can't keep growing. So everybody, let's kick this off the right way, and let's forgive, focus, fly, get the motions moving, get the hands on the shoulders on 3. 1, 2, 3, forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing.
Keep growing. That's right.
Now we are.
Let's grow and let's show. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
welcome.
So, everybody. You know, I just got to throw this out there. You know, we were talking about F&I. We're talking about fixed ops together. You know, Tully, give an example of how that works and why it works.
So I think the issue is that first is that are we selling products that we'd sell our family members? And here's the thing. What do we sell our family member when you buy a used or new car? What to buy? First, BSC. Why? Protect your investment. What does a service writer want the most when it comes to the driveway when it's out of warranty? They want a service contract. Because why? We know this is a sale for us, and we're going to do the customer right. Having VSE protection, if the salespeople believe in it and spiffed, the F&I people, of course, believe in it. And if you have your service advisors all believe that your product is a great product that doesn't screw anybody over, VSC is the winner. Next up, how do we help them? We help them sell it in the drive. Our service advisors have potential to sell VSCs in the drive if they don't sell it in the box. We are all on the same page. Next up is maintenance. Why would you not, especially on luxury cars? If you don't buy maintenance, you're crazy. We have the support where the F&I team, the sales team, and the fixed team are all on the same page on these great products. And the next thing you're going to say is, Tully, I lose my key every year. Whoa, bro, we got the thing for you. We got keys set up for you that can make it happen, because then you can get a free key that can cost up to God knows how much. And no problems happening. It starts with core products that F&I sells that we would sell our family members, and your fixed op team is bought in 100%.
And that does, it's a cycle. It's a life cycle of how things work. I agree with you so much. Being an F&I guy for so many years, when there's synergy between the two departments, it all works. You know what I mean? And you're right. As a service writer, when someone comes in, when they have a VSC on their vehicle, oh, yay. We know that's just a deductible is all we're going to have to ask the customer to pay, right? And is that easy for them to do?
Easy.
All the work will get done.
100%. It makes it easy because here's the deal. What do we want to do with the car when the car comes in? We want to keep it maintained and repaired so we get what? A great trade-in. And they get another car, and I get 2 customers now for fixed ops. So our goal is to help maintain those great trade-ins with VSC and maintenance helps us keep that. So those trade-ins are at value. So now when the customer comes in, they're going to have the guy's going out, the used car manager. Well, wait a minute. You've been taking care of your car. I have the written record of all the repairs. Top dollar, my friend. Top dollar.
So Tully, I got a question on that. Would you say that from a customer standpoint, would it make more sense that service advisor sells the VSC, or would it be a situation where you could potentially bring in the F&I manager to kind of be the expert in that scenario? Because sometimes that's always a little better, right? To be the expert and bring the expert in, or do you feel like the relationship's already there with the advisor as much as possible? Let the advisor sell it.
So think about this. Who has the best relationship with the customer? I'm just going to say it. I'm not a sales basher, but here it is. It's your service advisor, right?
100%.
The service advisor has the most trust because we're building that trust with that customer once or twice a year for the life of their car, hopefully, until they trade in and buy another one. So the issue is that we want F&I to sell the VSC in the box when they buy the car. But if they choose not to because of some reason, we want to make sure that the service advisor, because he's educated on that product, we sell one, right? And we want to make sure that F&I person, the service advisor is educated enough so he can sell it. Now, certain advisors are stronger than others. So if a service writer sells it and he's afraid to go into Darwin to put it in, we'll walk him over to the box and they can sell it. God bless America. But the whole point of it is that we got to believe that we all are selling the same thing to do what? To protect the customer's investment and make sure that that customer comes in the company and we have repeat and referral business. I haven't said anything about money, not at all.
Nope.
It's all about repeat and referral business. Because why? We sell 4 things in the service in the dealership. What are they? First up, hours, the best of all. We sell hours in the shop. We sell parts and fixed, and we sell units and F&I products. That's what we do. That's what a dealership does every day.
Totally.
So
totally.
Go ahead, Fred.
No, go ahead, brother. Seriously, that's
I was just going to follow up to my question because obviously, being in this industry for 20 plus years, I think I've come to the idea that you get your shot in the F&I office, right? You don't sell it there. They turn down the VSC. They're off and they're like, oh, we're done. What you're actually saying is take it to the other side of the business and be able to have another opportunity. Do you think there's a lot of dealerships doing that, or
no? I do
not. Still kind of a new thing?
And here's the deal: what F&I director or vice president goes to a store and says, "I'll help you sell a VSC"? This guy's watching on YouTube in the box, looking at shit. He don't have time for that, right? Right? We want to make sure we're all one happy family, right? We want to make sure we're selling the right thing. We want to make sure we're all happy, keeping the customer safe and guaranteeing that repeat referral business. That's the deal. Dennis goes to every store, has trained everybody. If a service manager, service writer calls, what does he do? He doesn't hit the delete button, bro. He doesn't pause YouTube. He answers the phone and takes care of business.
That's it, man. I love that. And it's the cycle. And I love what you talked about at the beginning of that. It's educating everyone. It's educating everybody about the products that are there and why they're important, educating them on how they work, why they're valuable to their customers. It's not for extra product. It's not for extra money. It does produce those things. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying profit's a bad word here, my friends, but when there's value, there is profit, right? And the deal is that we're protecting our investment with our clients. We're making sure that they are repeat and referrals, right? I love that you talk about that. You want those people to come back as much as possible. And them coming into the service drive, the service writer, they have the best relationship, yes, because they see them all the time. They're getting them their oil changes. They're the ones checking their tires, their brakes. They're doing all these inspections for them, letting them know how great their vehicle is, or letting them know what they can do to adjust their vehicle to make it better, right? Those are trusted advisors. Us as salespeople, we tend to, only thing we do is follow up with letters and maybe a few phone calls. We don't have that experience.
Correct. And I think that's because of the relationship, right? And I think the relationship is strong. If your service writers have a great relationship with F&I managers, it helps in this scenario, right? So we sell what products? We sell VSC, most important. We sell maintenance. Some people like it, some people don't. Who cares, right? We sell things that people need because it bothers them. Key. Who the hell would not buy key if they lost one ever, right? Is people concerned about their wheels? Some people are anal about the wheels. You should buy the coverage, bro. Right? If you got a dent and ding because you're next to a noise, you're in an apartment and someone slammed the door, buy that dent and dang, right? So the whole point of it is that what helps the customer out. And who does more better? The service writer knows the customer. F&I probably knows the products better. Dennis, tell me some good news, my friend.
Dude, I think the best news is just whatever it is you're doing, if the service guys and gals are confident that the products we sell do what the finance managers say they're going to do, it's got to do it. It just has to, because it just reinforces the circle, right? When they go in, they lose a key, they get their key replaced, they don't come out of their pocket any dough, they're going to do it again. If the car breaks, the muffler bearing breaks and the cover, the warranty covers it, they're going to buy it again. So it's just very important that we're selling quality products that allow us to get that great experience and service, because the next time you don't got to sell it. They're just like, give me that shit again.
I want that thing again.
100%, Dennis. You're hitting that so on the money, and it's factual. Experiences having those products and seeing the savings actually happen is so crucial. Testimonials. I think what a next step there is to get the videos of people who've had those types of experiences. Get those clients that bought the product and they came in and they're like, hey, I need that again on my next vehicle. I'm not buying it unless you give me that. Correct. That's a testimonial we need to gather. I think that's the next step, is finding those type of testimonials and being able to put those out there so that not only do clients see it, but your staff sees that, right? Your staff sees.
And here's the worst thing about the good old days. They drive in.
Yeah.
You need a water pump. Oh, you brought that? Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, what credibility does that do for your store?
Nothing. For real.
You can't do that, bro. You cannot do that. Everybody has to be on the same freaking page, right? And everybody's got to believe in the products. Like Dennis said, if we don't believe in the products they're selling, we are going to badmouth it to death. Because why? We see the customer for the next 3 to 5 years for sure, right? Especially with our brands, the luxury brands we have. So the issue is that this is a must. And I tell you, if stores don't have, like back in the day, parts and service, they used to hate each other. If they're not a team, it don't work. And now today, if variable and fixed ain't a team, the store don't work. And a GM can't say, you guys got to love each other. That don't work that way. It doesn't work.
Nope.
There's so much that we've talked about before on this show, and we talk about just in general, is the importance of cultivating a culture that has a consistent language. When we can make sure that our communication is seamless, when our communication is in line and in sync with each other, we can dominate whatever it is that we put ourselves to, whether it's a sports team on the field or it's a team of techs inside of a service bay. If we can get ourselves communicating properly, it is so key. And I love the correlation between a service advisor and an F&I person. We're talking about things that we're knowing you're going to need. There's value inside of it, but you can't see, touch, taste, feel the value of it at the moment, but there is going to be a time you're going to need it. And that type of selling, it has its own skill set. It has its own value and empathy that you have to be able to share with the customer to paint a bad picture while you're in the middle of a great scenario, right? But also the value of being the smart one that protected yourself. And we can talk about the need for it so much because it's out there. But what we love to talk about and often point at are the great examples that are out there. Tully, where have you seen this correlating, communicating, that language working in a way that it has really helped customers, helped the culture of the entire store? Where have you seen this thriving and making the actual impact that we're talking about needs to be happening everywhere?
Well, it starts at the top, right? It starts with your dealer principal believing. It starts then with your general manager believing. And then it starts with leadership understanding what needs to be done and why it is. So Dennis and I, same page. We share the same office. He's not going to say anything stupid because I'm going to yell at him. I'm a fixed guy. I'm out, right? So it's just, it is what it is, right? the whole point of it is if we all believe in what we're trying to do is drive repeat and referral business, that's what we have to believe. Now, I hate to say it, sometimes F&I get a little greedy, but here's the deal. If they believe, and that's where we are here to help out. A one-time hit wonder don't work for the Nilo company, don't work for any store. What we want is long-term. We want that repeat and referral. So our goal is that it starts on the top, and then what happens is then the F&I guy says, wait a minute, this guy's helping me sell them, right? This guy's not bad-mouthing me in the driveway. What the hell did you buy? You know, get your money back. That all stops because that's the worst thing you can ever do. So building that culture between the two, was it easy? No, because they hated each other before. But the goal is that when they realize they can help each other sell things and make customers happy, then the light bulb turns on, right? That's the key issue.
Bingo.
Tully, I want to challenge you a little bit here. All right.
Bring it on, my friend. Bring it on.
That's my role here today. No. Okay. So look, marketing, right? The goal of marketing is always to tell the story for the sales team, right? To tell the story about your business, kind of pre-sell it. That's why Fix Ops Digital exists. We started 4 years ago getting information, education, recommendations, good content out on the website so people knew what products were out there, what they needed, that type of thing. I look at F&I and I go, how do you get that to the customer? Because the old idea with F&I, and I know it's not like this anymore, but this is how I grew up in F&I, you didn't talk about those products until you got them in the room. You had the swaying light with the dripping water, you know, they're in the interrogation room.
Well, that's the 60s and 70s, my
100%,
friend.
100%. How do you market F&I products to your dealers or to your customers? Is it through email?
No, think about this. Is that if it's a brand new customer, let's just say there's two versions. You have the existing customer and the brand new customer.
Okay.
What is the best way to help an F&I person sell more products? Have the salesperson not be an F&I killer. Because, you know, don't buy nothing. Just buy the car. Just buy the car. I need my bonus. Just buy the car. That's right. No, but if you help the salespeople where the salespeople understand the products and there's something in it for them as well, right? You have to make sure that the salespeople are in the game. So when they go in the box, we don't want them to 100% educate them, but we want to tell them why they should buy a VSC or a maintenance or a security or whatever it is that we sell, right? We sell the same things at all the stores. It starts with the salesperson the new time. Now, a repeat customer coming back in, if they had a great experience with that product, they didn't have the service department bad-mouthing that product, the odds of them buying that product again are probably 99%, right? Yeah. And here's the deal. I hate to say this, but not all cars are built the same, right? And some cars are built great. Cars, if you didn't buy a VSC, you're never going to buy another one. So the goal is that VSC is really helpful to sell that brand and lock them in that for life. That is a huge deal.
Wow. Wisdom. That's an incredible answer. I think he stepped up to the challenge very, very, very well.
I'm sold.
Man, I absolutely love the energy. We can't wait to be brewing with you on the Car Guy Coffee podcast, but we are so thankful that you're in the cafe and you're doing that. Car Guys, Car Gals, you can feel the energy inside of that, but you're also feeling like he's dropping more wisdom than is legally allowed, right? This seems like we should already be doing this.
Well, right? Totally. And I got a question for you on that. You talk about hours, right?
Yeah, and baby.
A lot of it's your thing, right? It's all about the hours. That's your slogan. That's your tagline. Tell the audience that might not be as Fix Ops focused on what that means. What does it mean when you say it's all about the hours?
Great question. So what do we sell in Fix Ops? Right. What do we sell? We don't sell dollars. We sell hours. And hours are tied to great technician recommendations that we would sell our family members, right? And here's the deal. I don't care about effective labor rates. I don't care about hours of per hour. I don't even care about the goddamn money. I care about, are we selling great technician recommendations that we'd sell our family members? Because if we sell great technician recommendations, we ensure repeat and referral. We have to get away of hours per hour. Yeah. No, drive away the maintenance. No, 20 groups throw my ass out. I want to lower all those stupid old matrix that people with walkers use, right? I want to talk about stuff that makes people excited. So what do we talk about? green days. Did we sell our hours capacity? Did our technicians go home tired and rich? Did our parts department do a great job getting those parts? Because guess what? The parts department is bonused on hours forecast. The service writers are bonused. The parts and service managers are bonused. Foremans are bonused. Everybody's bonused on let's sell our capacity and make people happy. What more can we ever ask for?
Yes, come on. Listen
Love
to
it.
that.
Love
Woo!
it.
I'm excited. God, I'm excited.
You got me excited, man.
Didn't notice.
It is
Wow.
all about the hours. What perspective that is. It's there's something that we all need to focus on. And it's a lot of times we try to think about the byproduct of what we do. No, it's about the activities that we do. And it's the hours that we do this. And I love that you're talking about that, because if you break it down that way, you can measure everything, because the output will become something. The output could be greater some days than others, but it's going to be an outcome.
If you look at the TVs behind us, we have those in the sales towers and we have those in the service departments in the shops. So we are broadcasting out results of all of our superstars every day. Wow. F&I, salespeople, technicians, service writers, stores, all this is pushed out so everybody can see it. We have ranking pages. We want to make it exciting. Is your people excited? Are they bored? If they're bored, make it fun. Let's have some fun.
You know, I love that, because a lot of times, you know, you go over it maybe in a doc meeting at the end of the month or what have you. These guys can see, and gals can see the results of their work in real time. So when Tully comes to him and says, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Employee, this is what you need to do to be successful, they can look up on that screen right there and they can say, he didn't just fill me full of a line. It actually presented itself additional money, additional results.
Yep.
And look what I'm performing inside my organization. So definitely kudos to you, Tully, for what you guys
Well,
do.
appreciate that very much, Owen.
Wow. Incredible honor there. And such truth. There's so much inside of correlating these languages throughout the industry. And that's why we're here, everybody. We're here to make sure that there is more conversations about what makes our life easier, more productive, and delivering more value. Every single time. Nobody wants to feel cheated. Nobody wants to feel cheated on the amount of hours that they put in. No boss wants to feel cheated on the amount of hours they got to work. They got work out of an employee, right? I don't ever want to feel like you rationed your best for me today. I want to make sure that you delivered your very best, and that's what we did as an organization. If we have something to give, let's give it our best. Let's give it our best go at this, so that we can be proud of what it is that we do, so we can be high-fiving, so we can be inspiring and cultivating a culture that is then bringing people into that. It's not hard to sell this job to somebody, right? It's not hard to find the best people out there to say, come graft yourself inside of a fulfilling industry, because we are truly making connections to people and we love the people we're around. We're not contentious. We're not so separated that we don't really know how to talk to each other. That era should die. I believe it is dying. And I believe eventually we're going to kick the walkers out from under them, and we're going to find ourselves in a place where we can have better conversations and raise up this industry together. You fire me up, Tully. You get me fired up.
You do.
I believe, my friend. I believe it starts with great culture, just like you said, my friend. Spot on. If your culture in your store at the top is not good, it will not work, right? And you all have to believe, if we're all doing the right thing, because here's what's first. It's an employee satisfaction is first. Because a happy employee is not going to make a happy customer. And you've got to have your team happy. And if your team is happy, then you can make happy customers and get that repeat referral. So God bless you for all that, my friend.
Oh, man. Impactful, powerful. You know, we talked about a lot of things here. We're just diving into this. And one thing that I want to kind of bring up is what you mentioned a little bit ago, a few minutes ago. You said something about it hasn't been easy, right? When you had to go in there and have both F&I and fixed ops work together, there was times they bumped heads. There was times they didn't believe. Give us some examples of things that people may struggle through if they start to try to make this connect in their dealerships.
Traditional, right? We're supposed to hate each other. And all you care is about you make money and you sit and make too much money and you're watching YouTube. I do all the work over here and you don't do a damn thing because you don't even care about the customer, right? That is the perception. And the perception is that we like F&I products that work. We just don't want F&I products that don't work, right?
Yep.
And if we have your store has the right F&I products, number one problem right there. Do they decline everything? Don't work, right? We got to have great products, which we have. And then we show that the advisor and the F&I person first, before we get them together, that we can help each other. If we sell more, you make more money. If you sell and tell the customer it's a great value, they will help you buy an F&I more products. If they both believe that what's in it for me, I hate to tell you, that's what it's all about. If they believe that it's good for both of them, and then we convince them it's about the customer, and then we have our meetings where we have data meetings and store meetings that we want F&I and we want salespeople and we want service people in that room, right?
Yes.
We want to make sure the service and parts managers are on board 100%. And then you want to make sure that your service advisors are there to help. And we want our F&I people to help them talk about the products, because you know what? I don't know how the goddamn key thing works, but you know what? They do, so they can tell me.
Come on.
How does technology play a role in this, Tully? I mean, obviously there's been a huge push with tech in the fix up side of the business over the last few years with, having communication inside the service lane, inside the shop, being able to pay through your phone, different things like that. Is technology part of this, or is this more about just people to people kind of working together, or is there some technology that you guys are using to kind of maybe bridge this a little bit too?
It's people to people, my friend.
Yeah.
It's just like they said before. It's all about the people, right? And you have to be a believer. Prima donnas, step aside, don't need you, right? Now, do we want successful F&I people? Absolutely. Do we want successful service writers? Absolutely. The technology is humans coming together and realizing that our same concept is repeat referral and make customers happy. And guess what happens when we do that? We get paid more. Right. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. Now, there's technology to help you with other stuff, but that's all baloney. It's really first and foremost is the culture at your store is to work together. And sales and fix doesn't work together very often.
No.
And then someone comes over. Oh, we love you. Yeah. No, we love each other. Right. We're all together. We're all here in one purpose. That is the challenge, because it's not normal at all. Right. Mm-hmm. It's not normal for an F&I person and a service writer to like each other, and we have to change that. We have to change that one store at a time.
That's right. It wasn't normal. Eventually it should be the norm, and it should stick itself out if it's not coming together. Right.
It's successful. Everybody makes more money for them and their families. And I forgot to say, customers are happy too.
What?
Bingo.
Oh my God, you bought keys. It's free. It's free, right? Who doesn't want that? Because when they come out of the box, half of them don't know what the hell they bought, right? It sounded good, and they come, you bought key. Good deal, bro. You just saved yourself $600 on a key. Boom. Who loves that idea?
Heck yeah.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love his energy. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. You all should be feeling it. You all should be smiling. And if you're listening to it on a replay, on a podcast, or however it is, you should be looking at this from a different perspective and understanding that this is more rewarding. This is a way easier way of life, to be communicating with smiles, with the best intent for each other, knowing that the other people have the best intent for you. Wow.
100%.
Wow.
What a great Fixed Ops Friday, And I do think that, we've talked about F&I and we've talked about Fixed Ops today. We've talked about that. We did talk about some other things. There's a lot of great things going on in Fixed Ops world right now. I think that we're starting to see, instead of it being called back of the house, it's kind of side by side now. You're seeing that a lot of times, especially through this whole pandemic, that if it wasn't for service departments, Fixed Ops departments, those dealerships wouldn't be open right now, right? They were essential. They were doing things that people needed in their community, making sure their tires were good, their brakes, their oil changes were happening. All that stuff still had to happen. And that was really important, and it was great. And it was a great time to build relationships. It was a great time to do all those things. For you, what has been the biggest change that you've seen in Fixed Ops since the pandemic has happened?
Well, I think that before everybody gets a little like, I'm backlogged 14 weeks. If this person's upset, see you, right? And that isn't it. That is not that. You shouldn't have had that in the beginning. No. So I think that the value of the customer is that way. Two is I also think it's brought our teams together even stronger, because when the store gets hit with COVID, it hits the store, right? And, you know, if you have great culture, you're concerned about your people. I think it's brought our stores together better, right?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to products and so forth like that, is that, you know, we look at our fixed ops department, is that we are getting wiser and making sure that we're presenting those estimates digitally to our customers. Before, pick up the phone from the 1930s, there's a can and a string, you need to buy this, whatever. You know, we got to take a picture, we got to take video, we got to build that estimate, send it to the customer. If the customer wants to talk to us, God bless America. But I think it's helped us push us into that electronic wave where we started using these technologies to what they should have been a long time ago. And then guess what? Customers like them. They want to see their car on video. Because, you know, if you own a Porsche, what do? You put the car to bed every night and put a blankie on it and kiss it.
Amen.
Every one of them, right? Yeah. Right. So the whole thing of it is that they want to see their car. Even if you have a Yugo, people like to see their car. Right. And if there's something wrong with it, I want to show you a picture. So technology really came out and we utilize that technology tremendously. And that's what I measure. A lot of stuff on behind me is measuring driveway processes. Are we selling things? Are we recommending things? Are we doing videos? Are we sending quotes, right? Are we selling tires? All these things here. That's what helps. That's what COVID brought out, using our technology better.
Using technology, you know, and we have the man right below us who's got a technology company that's doing amazing things. And I could almost guarantee you're using his products, right?
So think about this. Here's the great thing about Mr. Moon is that when you have a marketing person at your store and you have a marketing agency and they do sales and service, how many percentages are service? It's not even one. It's a 0.000009. And then when you say service, oh, do you want me to service the sales department for you? Right? Come on. So the whole point of it is that having an ad agency for fixed works. Because guess what Owen Moon does? 100% to drive customers in the service drive. I don't hold Owen Moon accountable to dollars. I hold Owen Moon to leads. I hold Owen Moon to appointments. That's the key issue. And when you have your dedicated sales agency for fixed, it works. Oh my God, we're going to spend a little money on fixed ops. And what happens? I get more customers, I retain them, and they buy more cars and more F&I products. What a concept.
Right.
And it comes down to a lot of times what you're looking for too, Tully. I mean, I talk to dealers every day and, you know, I've gotten myself into this trick bag where I'm like, well, nobody needs another oil change, right? Business. But then that's the time that person goes, well, actually, we could use that. We just opened express lane or whatever the reason is. I love the fact that in service with online service marketing and just service marketing in general, I can go to Tully and say, Tully, what does this store need? What store does this store need? And we can focus on those areas that are going to, you know, drive more opportunities for that particular store. And I think that's what you get with a focused service marketing company like Fixed Ops Digital. You don't get the cookie cutter. You don't get the, hey, we'll just throw a couple things out there just to appease our dealer because we're doing all this stuff on sales. We dig in and we really work with your repair financing company. We work with your scheduling company. All the things that I think Tully, I'm sure, pulls his hair out every day trying to work with. We sort of take that off, and then that's what we really pride ourselves in. So, I love it. It's definitely something that everybody is starting to put focus on, and I think it's only can continue to grow. So
100%.
It starts with having an ad agency for fixed. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. Having a shared thing or having the OEM do it for you, blah, blah. It's all about having an ad agency for fixed. That's what we need.
Wow. And this is, again, a highlight of the value that we can get from each other. If one, we want to communicate the right stuff, and then we utilize our technology to make those connections and make communication more streamlined, because that's ultimately all that we want to do. We want to make getting our point across and our point received simpler, quicker, and we don't have time anymore, right? And if we don't have time anymore, guess what our customers don't have time for? What we're saying, right? That's taking anything away from the life that is impeded by the transportation problem they have that introduced us to them in the first place. So ultimately, we want to simplify it, get them back on the road, and just think about how smooth and simple it was doing business with us. And you're so right, Tully, when you say that happy employee is what makes happy customers, because goodness, does a frown definitely get shared quickly, right? Oof, man. Love it, man. This has been an incredible Fixed Ops Friday.
I love Fixed Ops Fridays.
Hey,
thank you, sir.
We need to get you back on the show again. But like I said, the 5-liner, folks, be looking out. We're going to be doing a 5-liner with this guy in the Car Guy Coffee podcast. He's amazing. He has got the energy, and I can't wait to highlight everything about his past and his future, right? And he's somebody that we'd love to do, just like we had when we had Owen Moon on the show. Owen Moon's a superstar himself, and we all know that. That's why we're doing a show with him, because we want to share what's going on in Fixed Ops, but we want to share what's going on in dealerships and how Fixed Ops can highlight your dealership, and that's what's important. You all should understand that it shouldn't be called the back of the house people. No. They are family. They are family. We need to quit siloing everybody and make it one big family.
It's
when you
the
can
dealership.
do that.
It's the dealership.
Amen.
Right.
Thank you, Tully. And that's family, and what they do there and what he's doing and what they're trying to cultivate is not easy. But when you get it working and all cylinders are pumping, whoo, you have the most horsepower that you could ever imagine, and your dealership's just going to go down that highway humming. Just woof.
And here's a great way to measure it. Ask what your retention is for your employees. We had a technician retire at 51 years, right? We have tremendous amount of tenure, and that tells you you're doing the right thing, right? If your average tenure is 2 years, bro, something's wrong over there, right?
and the reason why that doesn't get highlighted really is because that's pretty much standard, right?
Correct.
That's the norm. That's status quo.
You can't make a living on the automotive field, right? This is the greatest place. You don't need a college education, and you can make great money, have a great career if you want to.
Of it. You're 100% right, Tully. You're right. You don't have to have a college education. You just got to have purpose. You just got to go out and do it. And if you go out there and you're willing to learn, keep your mind open and be adaptable, I promise you, you're going to be able to attain more than you could ever imagine. It's going to bring you a life that you just want to share with so many people. You'll have the energy like Tully's killing it right now. I mean, Tully, man, I appreciate you so much for what you bring, the energy that you bring, and most importantly, the culture that you're trying to share with so many people out there, because that culture, like you said at the very beginning, is what makes the difference at all the stores. You can have all the technology you want. You can have all the leads that you can imagine, but if you don't have the right culture, you're not going to sell, you're not going to have profit, and everyone's going to hate working there. You're going to have those 2-year retentions, and that's it. And then what's that? It's rebuilding every 2 years. It's rebuilding every year, really. So
that'll wear you out. That will wear you out too.
Oh,
as the executive team, as the Tullys of the world. I mean, he got a lot of energy, but man, if you're having to kind of start over every couple of years, eventually you're like, oh, not again. So keep those employees, make sure that they're growing, and it'll show in your business for sure.
Amen, brother. Amen. 100%.
And that's what Mike Vogel says, Mr. Tully. It's all about the hours.
Mike's the greatest guy ever. Thanks, Mike.
That's right. He's 100% right, Mike. You're right. That's it. And we appreciate you so much for being on the show. Any last words before we get out of here, Tully?
It's all about your people, my friends. Repeat and referral.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. Owen Moon, you got something, brother?
You know what? Just keep rocking, Tully, and obviously use your talents to help other dealerships as well, which I know you do. You don't have to do it because obviously you have your own full-time job. But as I told these guys before we jumped on, whenever you're talking on a panel involved in something, I'm smart enough to just listen. So I will continue to do that, sir, if you continue to educate. So thank you very much.
Thank you so kind.
Incredible.
That is powerful, folks. And I love that you brought that up. Amazing speaker. He's been on so many panels. He's there for NADA. He's there for a lot of different things. If you need to reach out to Tully, I'm sure he would be happy to take a conversation with you. What's the best way to reach out to you, Tully?
Email's the best. Tully at Niello.com. TULLY at NIELLO.com.
Excellent.
Too easy.
Too easy. It's right there on the screen, my friend. Reach out to him. Send him a nice message. Let him know you love him. Folks, we appreciate you. Owen Moon, you're the best. Of course, Tully, you're incredible. That energy, my goodness. I feel like I'm ready to, I need to calm down my caffeine level. You lifted me up so much. No more. I'm good. Woo. Put my hand over the coffee cup, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. This was Fixed Ops Friday.
Doing it, y'all.
Sponsored by FixOpsDigital.com. With Owen Moon, we do appreciate you all, man. What a great day. What a great show. All you all out there, www.carguycoffee.com. If you want to watch this on a replay in the future, we do have podcasts coming out. This is what we broke down. We enjoy you guys. Be blessed.
Bye, everybody. We appreciate you all. Sounding off. This is Louis here as the car guy.
Frelin Arts subprime hero.
The one, the only
Owen Moon.
and our incredible special guest who just packed it with the power today, Mr. Tully Williams. We appreciate you, brother. Have an incredible day. Talk to you later. Out.